First stop, Montreal or Montreal. Who the fuck knows?
I say Montreal, I say Montreal.
Okay.
Doesn't fucking matter.
I've never said Montreal. I say Montreal because I need to let you know that I'm American.
You're
You
American.
need that to be loud everywhere that we go.
Yeah.
You know, most people aren't sure, and then I laughed. You know, this like, the big hearty from your chest, head thrown back, mouth open wide, laugh. They're like American.
Yeah. I hear you.
That's
In my
how they
case,
know.
they say, fuck off. A month before my trip, I reached out to the community of stand-up comedians in Montreal so I could book as many shows as possible. I was like, hey guys, this is a completely unknown comedian from Venezuela who lives in New York City, and I'm like super cool. So like, can you book me? And they did. Paul Ash was one of the first ones to book me.
If you're having sex in the bathrooms of the Wiggle Room, I need to state that what you should do is make sure it's still quality fucking.
First thing he told me was, don't be late. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be there, of course. Yo llegaba a las 8:30 de la noche y mi set era a las 10 de la noche. So I was like, yeah, of course. I have so much time. What do you think? Because I'm Latino, I'm gonna be late? Yeah, it actually happened. I was late. Al llegar al aeropuerto me revisaron los documentos y ver que soy de Barinas, Venezuela. Even though I had my green card and I had my visa for Canada, they were like, oh my god, we're gonna do a random check, eh?
They stopped me in the immigration because of my passport, Venezolano.
So the guy, when I got to the random check, he was like, oh, you have everything in order. Why are you here? And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm here. I'm missing a show right now. I need to go.
It's not it's very weird sometimes to find this. It's not very common. I was like, oh, I'm always uncommon.
Pero sí, iba tarde y pensé que había perdido el
This
show.
is your first time here?
Yes, I just arrived.
So, listen, I'm going to give you 5 stars. You give me 5 stars.
I will definitely
Please.
give it for
Okay.
sure. Yes,
I'm going to give it to you in front of you before you leave the car.
I'll give it to you too.
And you are free to give it, or I leave it to you.
Yeah, I will.
I leave it to you because
you.
I cannot tell you to give me 5 stars.
No,
You know?
Yes.
It's you who give me.
Yeah.
It's not me telling you, give me.
No.
No, I don't want it that way.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
No, I will give it to you.
Llegué a las 10:15, and as soon as I got there, Paul was like, you're late, bitch. But anyway, you go after the clown. And I was like, clown? Am I not the only clown in this show? No, his show was at the Wiggle Room, a burlesque bar.
Yeah, this is the only full-time burlesque bar in Canada. And it is the real home of burlesque here in Montreal.
Actually, I googled it later, and it's not even the only burlesque bar in Montreal, but according to Yelp, it is the best one to go. So while you're in Montreal, you should go to the Wiggle Room and check out Paul's show, which is called The Voix de Ville, or The Voice of the City, or La Voz de la Ciudad. Apenas entro, veo un escenario de 360 grados, not intimidating at all. Y en el centro estaba Wild Delilah, a burlesque performer who was singing while getting undressed.
There's no one here to tell me what to do. I can watch all my shows into things no one knows. This joy that I feel.
And I thought, oh my god, do I have to get naked for this show? To be fair, the clown and I were the only ones who didn't get naked. The clown wasn't my definition of a clown. This wasn't scary at all. This girl was like something else. She was amazing. She blew my mind. And my dick. No, I'm kidding. She didn't do that. No, my god, no. This is, I got hacked. couple of old fashions later, I went up. And I was so fucking happy about this show. I started doing my set in French. I did only 3 minutes, even though I had written like 6. And then I got a little nervous and started doing it in English. Que ayer cuando me presentan, ¿verdad? Me dicen, un comediante de Nueva York que está de visita, está especial, bla, bla, bla. Estuve en el festival, entonces pego. Y empecé a hablar en francés, la gente como que, varios hicieron así, cool. Oui. And then at some point, there's a joke where I ask if there's a Latino in the audience, and there was only one Latina in the entire room. She was like, oh my God, I'm Latina. And I was like, oh my God, where are you from? I'm from Venezuela. And she was like, oh, me too. And I was like, this is amazing. What the fuck? What part of Venezuela? And she was like, oh, actually, I'm not from Venezuela. I'm from Colombia. And I was like, yeah, what part of Colombia? Well, I'm actually not from Colombia. My mom is Colombian. And I was like, oh. Oh, honey, that doesn't count. I'm sorry. Me encanta ese chiste que lo... No, that doesn't count. But anyway, it was amazing. I finished my 10 minutes and people loved it. Paul told me it was amazing. The manager of the club, Frenchie.
Good night.
We just finished the show. It was awesome. You did great.
Thank you.
And I was so happy about that set. It was my first time in Canada, my first time in Montreal, my first time doing stand-up comedy in French. And I couldn't be more ecstatic. Estaba demasiado feliz. I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited about Montreal and Toronto. All the shows are gonna be so awesome. They weren't all awesome, but this one was.
The artist scene here, because I'm planning to come back more.
Yes,
so
do it.
yeah.
That's what you do. You follow artists here.
Exactly.
They lead to more artists and more art.
Yeah.
And
Great.
that's what happens.
I love it. Why do you
Yeah.
think we got into this? To only consume art. There's nothing else that's gratifying about it.
But then I go to my room, to my Airbnb. Engineering money, baby. Which was a cool place, all paid for my engineering job, since comedy still doesn't pay my bills, not even comedy bills. And then I was like, oh my God, I want to watch this show again. I watched the video, and turns out I set up the camera wrong. I connected the mic in the wrong hole, like the first time I did anal, and it didn't capture any sound. Yep, I didn't do it. It was so fucking horrible. Like, I actually asked Paul if I could do it again the week after that, but I couldn't go back to Montreal. And he told me, yeah, I could do it anytime. Just, that wasn't the time.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. I loved sharing the stage with you guys. It was beautiful and awesome, and I loved it. Thank you. And let's take a picture.
It was a truly burlesque experience. Show, nakedness and loveliness, and everything was awesome. Just no fucking audio to remember. I guess c'est la vie.